Happy April Fool's Day. Last year I pranked y'all with a fake world record video for a Rubik's Cube, but that's not this year. I was thinking, what am I going to do to prank everyone this year? And then I just realized that this whole year I felt like I got pranked. Because I was like in the hospital for like almost all of it and just sick and having a really bad time. And yet it's still the year that I managed to get this channel going and actually record and edit and upload all of the stuff that I wanted to. So I'm very happy. I'm being joined today by my bread pillow. It's a very good pillow that looks like bread. Anyways, so for a long time I've wanted to do something on the channel called Sad Stories with Sadness. And I figured, you know what, April Fools, this whole year I feel like I was getting pranked. And then it reminded me of the time that I got pranked real hard on April Fool's Day. And so I'm going to tell that story. And Sad Stories with Sadness is something I've wanted to do for a while because I got a degree in creative writing because of the fact that I love storytelling. And I just felt like, you know, I have a channel, I should probably tell some stories because I have lots of sad stories that I can tell. It was like, you know, freshman year of college is, I don't even remember. Is this the first or it's probably the second semester if it's in April? Someone walked up to me and was just like, hey, do you want a cookie? I made some cookies. And I didn't know it was April Fool's Day because I was always overwhelmed with work and just working and whatever. And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, sure, I'd love a cookie. And he's like, I made them myself. And I was like, oh, that's great. And so I take a bite. And it is the most repulsive cookie I've ever had in my life. It was an Oreo, and I swallowed the whole thing. When I say I took a bite, by the way, I mean I put the whole thing in my mouth, which is another sad story of why I did that. But it relates to in high school, my friends paying me money to eat cookies, but that's for another day. So I eat this cookie, and it's the most disgusting cookie I've ever had in my entire life. And he looks at me and he's just like, did you like it? And I was like, it was great. Because that is what I'm like. I told him that his cookies that he made were very good. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he went to give more people more cookies. And I was like, wonderful. And it was the most repulsive cookie I'd ever eaten. And it tasted like mint. It was complete and utter overpowering mint flavor. And I was just so repulsed by it that I couldn't eat mint ever again. Mint chocolate chip ice cream was my favorite flavor of ice cream growing up. And after this experience, I never once have had it since. I've tried it a little bit and I just couldn't. It makes me want to vomit just like, oh my God, that was such a bad cookie. You have no idea how bad of a cookie that was. I heard someone telling a story and they were like, yeah, when it was April Fool's my senior year. And someone was like, yeah, 3 years ago, I was going around giving out cookies and somebody just ate the entire cookie. And I was astounded. And I hear this and I'm just like, what? And so I walk over and I'm like, that was me. You gave me that cookie. And meanwhile, I knew this whole time that he's the one who gave me the cookie, but he forgot that I was the one he gave the cookie to. And so I was like, you gave me that cookie. What was it? Because it's the first time 3 years later that I'm hearing that this was an April Fool's prank. And he's like, I filled it with toothpaste. And so I had eaten an entire cookie, an entire Oreo filled to the brim with toothpaste. And it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever had. And oh my God. It's just so funny that he didn't tell me until 3 years later. And damn, what a guy he was. I saw him again recently, actually. He was walking down the street in a public square that I go to for boba tea and sometimes other treats. And they have a really good burger restaurant. Now I want a burger. And it was really good. He's doing really good. And it was just really nice running into him. But either way, so that's my sad story for today. And we'll see what I come up with for next week. But for 3 years, I had no fucking clue. Anyways, that's it, everybody. See you guys. See ya.